Miss Amel, can we start now? Halo, Miss Amel.
Halo Pak Solahuddin,
Can we start now?
yes?
Udah mau mulai ya?
Iya Bu, kayaknya Pak Solahuddin kelempar ya? Masuk lagi nih.
Halo, Assalamualaikum everyone.
Halo, Assalamualaikum. Pak Solahuddin,
Oke, siap.
okay, you can start now.
Oke, wait a minute. Oke, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone. I'm so glad to have you all join us for tonight's webinar about creating the effective classroom management that supports the student learning, brought to you by TOT Jabar in collaboration with Stekom University, Perkumpulan Teacherpreneur Indonesia Cerdas, and IGI Kota Bogor. For tonight's session, we have the pleasure of having Miss Olivia Tomasoa from IGI Kota Bogor as our esteemed speaker. Miss Tomasoa is an experienced educator with a deep passion for creating effective classroom environment that fosters student learning. She has extensive experience also in implementing classroom management strategies that promote positive behavior, engagement, and academic achievement. And guiding us through to next discussion will be our esteemed moderator, Mr. M. Urip Hidayat from SMPN 239 Jakarta. And his expertise and insights will ensure that we have stimulating and engaging discussion. So, and also we encourage you to actively participate in this in the discussion tonight. Ask questions, share your experiences, and learn from your colleagues. We are all here to support each other in our effort to create the best possible learning environment for our students. And let's open our agenda tonight by reciting Al-Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And now let's give a warm welcome to our moderator, Mr. Urip Hidayat. Hello, Mr. Urip Hidayat.
Yes, Mr. Salahuddin Al-Ayubi.
Okay, thanks for you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Salahuddin Al-Ayubi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to TOT Jawa Barat webinar in collaboration with PTIC and IGI Bogor. I'm Hidayat, your host for today, this evening. Before we kick off, I'd like to go over a few of our webinar rules. Please ensure that your microphone is muted when you're not speaking to minimize background noise. Feel free to use the chat feature to ask questions or share comments throughout the meeting. If you encounter any technical difficulties, please let me know via chat and I'll do my best to assist you. We'll have a dedicated Q&A session towards the end, but if you have urgent questions, feel free to raise your hand or type them in the chat. Or you can text Bu Ari at 081809678808. Or you can join IG or YouTube at TOT Jabar, or you can click the website https://google.com/view/TOT-Jabar. Okay, for this evening agenda, now let's take a quick look at our agenda for today. First, we'll have Ms. Olivia Thomaswa discussing on creating the effective classroom management that support the student learning. After that, we'll open the floor for questions and discussions. Finally, I'll wrap up with some closing remarks. Before introducing the speaker, I'd like to tell you a brief story about the power of differentiated learning. Once upon a time, in a bustling school nestled amidst rolling hills and lush greenery, there was a dedicated teacher named Miss Anderson. She had a diverse group of students in her classroom, each with their own unique strengths, challenges, and learning styles. One day, Miss Anderson noticed that some of her students were struggling to grasp a complex math concept, while others seemed to breeze through it effortlessly. Determined to meet the needs of all her students, she decided to implement a differentiated model of learning. Ms. Anderson began by assessing her students' understanding of the math concept through various methods, such as pre-assessments, observations, and discussions. Based on this data, she grouped her students into small, flexible learning groups according to their readiness levels and learning preferences. For students who needed additional support, Ms. Anderson provided targeted instruction through one-on-one sessions, peer tutoring, and guided practice activities. She used manipulative visual aids and real-world examples to make the concept more concrete and accessible. Meanwhile, the 4 students who had already mastered the concept, Ms. Anderson challenged them with extension activities, enrichment projects, and higher order thinking tasks. She encouraged them to explore advanced topics, collaborative with peers, and apply their knowledge in creative ways. As the days passed, Ms. Anderson observed remarkable progress among her students. Those who had once struggled were now gaining confidence and making steady improvement, while those who excelled were reaching new heights of achievements. One particularly shy student named Emily, who had always been hesitant to participate in class discussions, surprised everyone by eagerly volunteering to share her solution to challenging math problems. With personalized support and encouragement from Ms. Anderson, Emily had found her voice and discovered a newfound passion for learning. At the end of the school year, as Ms. Anderson reflected on her journey with her students, she felt a sense of pride and fulfillment. Through her differentiated model of learning, she had empowered each and every student to reach their full potential, igniting a love for learning that would stay with them for years to come. And so, in Ms. Anderson's classroom, the power of differentiated learning transformed not only the way students learned, but also the way they saw themselves as capable, confident learners ready to take on any challenge that came their way. And for the quote A well-managed classroom is like a well-tuned orchestra, where each student plays their parts harmoniously, creating beautiful music together. Asuni Lady Zio. Okay, dear amazing participants, now I'd like to introduce to our speaker, Miss Olivia Tomasua. Miss Olivia Tomasua, I will read the CV of yours first, yeah, before you're going to present. Okay, when okay. I will share screen first. Okay. Can you see my share screen? Okay. Our speaker names is Miss Olivia Tomasua. She was born in Jakarta, October 29th, 1979. She likes to find a challenge and self-actualization, and then okay. She graduated from Jakarta State University in 2003. She can speak well in Bahasa and English. She has many experience. She has been teaching for more than 20 years, I guess. Yeah. And as a teacher at several international schools, and she has joined several trainings and courses, and she has attended professional development, and she also joined in some organization like Ikatan Guru Indonesia or IGI, and the community of writer in Jawa Barat, and she also as the committee in Jakarta State University, and the control for University of Gadjah Mada entrance test in 2002, and as a mentor, Student English Leadership Conference in 2012, and she also joined LIA English course and computer course, and she has interesting in managing fieldwork and teaching, and her hobbies are reading, listening to music, and gardening. Well, that's a brief personal data from our speaker today, this evening. Please welcome Miss Olivia Tomasua. The floor is yours.
Okay,
The room is yours, Miss.
Yes. Can you just
Okay.
turn off the CC?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the webinar tonight. It's an honor for me to be able to be here again to share our not to share, but maybe to ask you to discuss with me about what we are discussing, what about the effective classroom management. Well, I choose this title last time. What is it? The title is what we call it before. Wait, creating an effective classroom management that supports student learning. When I when I find this title, actually it was because I feel like why the webinars. Oh. Am I clear with my voice? Sorry.
Yes, Miss. Clear.
Oh, okay. I don't know something. The notification coming here. Okay. So I came up with this idea to share about the what is it about the classroom management. As I noticed also like most of the webinars talking about the actually about what is it more about management administration of the new curriculum, the Merdeka curriculum. So I feel like there's something like maybe can be a different webinar that I can bring up. But then when Ibu Amel approached me, then I said, will it be capable for this time? Because most of the people, most of the teachers, they expect the webinar more like about the documents, more about how to do the transition class. So I was like, I'm not sure to share this webinar. What is it? This title. But thank you, Ibu Amel. Ibu Amel said it's okay. It's also like different topics, so different idea too. So I dare to bring it up to the webinar tonight. All right, I will share the PPT. Let me see this one first. All right. Is it clear enough for everyone? All right. The title is Creating an Effective Classroom Management that Supports Student Learning. Okay, this one, what is it? My resource book is The First Days of School, The First Day of Schools from Harry K. Wong and Rosemary T. Wong. Actually, this is a little bit old book because I only have the copy here. I copied this in 2010 and actually it is released in 2007. So it is written by Harry K. Wong and Rosemary T. Wong. They are husband and wife that have a passion in education. So they wrote this one, and mostly this book is about how to start. Yeah, actually it is to start the days, the what is it, the days in the school, like maybe it's proper for the first day of the academic school year, like that. So this is the book. I only have to copy because I copy it from my previous school before. And then, okay, what is inside this book? Okay, actually, in this book, for the wait, hold on. For the classroom management, there are 10 chapters. That there are 10 chapters. They're talking about how to have a well-managed classroom, how to have your classroom ready, how to introduce yourself to your class, how to arrange and assign seating, how to start a class effectively, when and how to take roll, how to maintain an effective class grade record system, how to have an effective discipline plan, and how to teach students to follow classroom procedures and how procedures improve the opportunity to learn. There are 10 topics, 10 chapters for only the classroom management, but I don't bring it up all. I just take some of the important parts. Like for example, what is the classroom management? I'm sure everyone here very familiar with this one. And then how to have your classroom ready. Yes, it is part of the classroom management. And then the last one, how to have an effective discipline plan and procedures. And it is also part in the part 3, we're also talking about how the procedures could improve the opportunity to learn. All right, let's start again. And then as usual, I use this for the beginning. I hope everyone can just like note down but no wonder and learn. So maybe at right now you can think about what do you know about an effective classroom teacher. I'm sorry, and the effective classroom management that supports the students' learning. And then the wonder part, maybe you can also write down about um, what makes you wonder about this webinar? What kind of the classroom management that you can you can get from this webinar? Okay, what kind of the classroom management that we can learn tonight? And then at the last one in the part of learned, of course, it's the answer for your wonder. What have you learned tonight? Do you get the point of the classroom, the effective classroom management that supports the learning? That's what you can think about it now. Okay, we will continue. We have here no wonder and learn. Well, this board, just a little bit information for you. I love to use this board. I always have this in the classroom, in my classroom, aside of it's the rule, it's a must that every classroom in my school, my previous school, to have this board. But also I like this. Usually, I also use it now, even though I'm not teaching in the formal school, but I just use it even for the younger kids. I'm now teaching for age 4 to 7 years old. Okay, I just use this, and then this is for me very helpful for the kids to engage with the lesson, because they will go back and go back again and go back again here. Like for example, they go back to the know what they know about the topic, and then they go back again for wonder what they wonder, and at the last they can make the reflection. Let's continue. Okay, let's go to the first part. What is the classroom management? Okay, maybe everyone can just write in the what we call it in the what do we call it, the chat box, yeah. What do you know about the classroom management? You may start now. You can write down what is the classroom management that you know, the classroom management that you know. Can write it down. Maybe the way to manage the class. All right. Anyone else? Okay. The way how we prepare class about everything we need, organizing class condition to get the class as well discussed, right? Anyone else? All right, you may continue write it down, and then I will just continue with this with the screen. Okay. Now, what is the classroom management. The key idea, the effective teacher is able to organize a well-managed classroom where students can learn in a task-oriented environment. Okay, so the effective teacher. Well, me myself, I cannot say that I'm an effective teacher. It's like it's very high definition for me to say that I am the effective teacher. But but I am learning how to be an effective teacher. Keep on learning to be an effective teacher. Okay, the effective teacher is able to organize a well-managed classroom where students can learn in a task-oriented environment. Any one of us here maybe want to share about what do you think about this? Anyone maybe want to share what do you think about this? What do you think? What is a task-oriented environment maybe? Like what, for example? All right, if you not really confident, you can write that on the chat box, and then later on I will read it for you too. All right. So the key idea for the classroom, what is the classroom management? Is the effective teacher is able to organize a well-managed classroom where students can learn in a task-oriented environment. This is more like how we manage our classroom to make the students comfortable to learn, and then they engage with the lessons, and then they can do their task well done, or they can grasp all the all the concepts that shared that is shared by the teacher. So maybe for me that's the meaning of this, the key ideas. All right. Task-oriented class members are willingly aiming at finishing assignments. Yes. So it's like the task-oriented that everyone, the classroom that, what is it, task-oriented, so that everyone can learn, everyone can complete the task given, or the assignment, or the worksheets, or the activities. So they will feel so comfortable to do it in the classroom, and then they can do it very well, like that. Let's continue. Okay. According to Good Thomas and Jer Brophy, research, in a study reviewing 11,000 pieces of research that spanned 50 years, the most important factor of governing student learning is classroom management. So classroom management is the most important factor of governing student learning. So it is the biggest or the most important things that the student needs to be able to learn. And then the least important factor is the demographics of the student body. The demographic student body means like it is more like race, skin color, gender, national and religious background, and the financial status of the family those are the least important factors that determine student achievement. Once and for all. So we stop using the demographics of the student body, but we more focus on the important factor, which is the classroom management. Okay. Continue here. The characteristics of effective teachers. The characteristic of the effective teachers. We learn here. Well, actually, I don't feel like I am effective teacher too. So let's see, maybe I can, even me, I learn, and then maybe all of us will learn tonight. So the effective teachers, they have classroom management skill. Wow. They have classroom management skills. Maybe everyone will think that the well-managed classroom skill, it class that is very, what is it? Very peaceful. Everyone just like sitting down nicely. No one makes any moves, and then no one, what is it? No one talking. They were focusing on the work, and then even maybe, what is it? They even don't hear anything because they're really focused on it. And then the class is very neat, everything is on its place, nothing's on the floor, no trash, and then what is it, all the display, the calendars, the picture of the president and then the vice president, or are hang well, neat like that, and then also the table is clean, neat, new, well furnished, like that. Maybe we will think about that. They have classroom management skill, but let's see, that's also part of it. But let's see what is more than that about the classroom management skill. Classroom management skills are of a primary importance in determining students' teaching success. Okay, sorry. They teach for lesson mastery. The number one factor governing student learning is classroom management. They practice positive expectation. The first day of school is the most important of the school year. Effective classroom management practices must begin in the first day of school. Yes. So everything should be started in the first day of school. Usually, when I was still working in a school, so in the first day, everything should be done. The calendar should be ready. The what is it? The names of the students, even the birthdays, and then usually what is it again? The student profile, the curriculum profile, and then also like what we call it, the topics that we are going to discuss, and then the welcome board, the big one hang up, what is it, in front of the door, and then what's the news board, like that. So everything should be ready in the first day of school. So what is it? It's just like to attract the student. Oh, my classroom is very like what is it? It's very interesting. It's comfortable. It's full of colors. It's cheerful. It makes happy. It makes them happy. Not only for the youngest kids, like the primary or lower primary, but also for the high school students. They also actually they really need to something have like different in their classroom, something that is eye-catching, something that makes they feel so happy to enter the classroom. Like it's so fresh, it's so what is it, it's so neat, it's what is it, it is very what is it, yeah, cheerful, like that. And then, so let's see, what is the classroom management? Okay, we are here. Classroom management refers to all of the things a teacher does to organize students, space, time, and materials so student learning can take place. So it's not only about organizing the students. Okay, organizing the students in our mind. They do their homework on time. They submit all the project, all the worksheet on time, and then it's done. Or maybe they can sit down nicely. They don't have any problems. I mean, they don't fight with their friends. Okay, let's see with that. Okay, and then space. Space is more like yeah, the space, the classroom, maybe the area of the schools, the areas of the school, sorry. And then the time and materials, so student learning can take place. Materials can be like all the materials that supports the learning. Okay, the characteristics of a well-managed classroom. Okay, we have here what is classroom management, and then in the other side we have the characteristics of a well-managed classroom. Number one, students are deeply involved with their work, especially with academic, teacher-led instructions. And then number two, students know what is expected of them and are generally successfully. Number three, there are relatively little wasted time, confusion and disruption. Number four, the climate of the classroom is work-oriented but relaxed and pleasant. Yeah, even though the area of the classroom is full of the pictures of, like, for example, the founders or maybe the multiplication hanging everywhere, and then the addition, and then the numbers, the alphabets, but uh, it's have to be refilled, make the student feel relaxed and pleasant. Okay, a task-oriented and predictable environment. A well-managed classroom has a task oriented environment where students know what is expected of them and how to succeed. According to research, most students will make better achievement gains in a well-managed classroom. Yeah, of course, it's also like not only the students, even we as the teacher, of course, with a well-managed classroom, we will feel so delightful, will be so will be easier for us to deliver the lesson, and then for more comfortable for us, so that it's easy also for us to record. That's why part of the topics of this what is it, the chapter is how to record system, to do the record system. So yes, the well-managed classroom also help the the achievement for the kids. Okay, a well-managed classroom has a predictable environment. Both teacher and students know what to do and what is supposed to happen in the classroom. Yes, exactly correct. So because we are well managed, everyone well managed in the classroom, teacher and students well managed in the classroom, even though all the all the members of the schools, yeah, if we are all well managed, of course we will know we can do everything based on the schedule, and then also based on the plan. Yeah, and what is supposed to happen in the classroom, of course we will know it too. What will be the next lesson, what will be the next activities. Okay, next. Okay, that's number one about the what is classroom management. And then number two is how to have your classroom ready. How to have your classroom ready. All right, how to have your classroom ready. Ready with the classroom. In my imagination, in my mind, it's like a ready classroom, like classroom is ready. Everything is hang, the picture of the students, even my profile. Usually I just I put my profile in the door so that the parents know that who I am, and then what I'm teaching. Even I write about where where was my university, like that, what was my majoring, like that. I wrote it down, and then also what lesson that I'm going to teach in that classroom. Even I also wrote down about my point of view of education, and what with it, the quotes that support my learning, like that. And then, okay, let's see how to have your classroom ready. Okay, the key idea for this chapter 2: teachers who are ready maximize student learning and minimize student misbehavior. Of course, this is what I feel. So when we ready, we will minimize the student misbehavior. my point is really exactly going to the minimize student behavior misbehavior. Okay. What is it? During my experience teaching in the school, yes, when I'm ready, well, I don't find any kids that misbehavior, like maybe they don't understand my direction, or because usually in the beginning of the school we introduce the classroom area, right? The school area, right? So there is no student that don't know where's the area to, for example, to take the books, like that. Where's the way to the cafeteria, like that, or the misbehavior, because it's already, oh yes, we also display the, what is it, the procedures, and then also the procedures, and then like do or and don'ts in the classroom or in the school, like that. So yeah, it is true. The one that who actually once my friend said that actually the one that has the problem is not the kids, but we are the teacher that has the problem. But we have the problem. What is that? Because we're not ready to facing them, to have the lesson with them, to have the whole day teaching them and be with them. Okay. Now, before you move a single desk, because in here is how to have your classroom ready. Okay. Before you move a single desk, it means that you are starting to arrange the classroom. So before you move any furniture or put anything into on the classroom wall, I'm sorry, wrong spelling. Okay, here are some truisms. A climate of work is what you want to establish during the first week school. Okay, the climate of work is what you want to establish during the first week school. So we create the climate of work in the classroom, in the school. Yeah, if it's wider, of course, it's in the school. The first week of school should stress large group organization and student procedures. Okay, the first week of school should stress large group organizations and student procedures. Yes, we have to be ready with the group of the organization and then the procedures. Yeah, the procedures, because the kids will be in the school, what is it, by following the procedures. It's not following the rules, but actually following the procedures. The first thing that they have to understand in the school is the procedures, not the school rules or the school consequences or the school discipline, but they have to know the procedures in the school. Like for the simple things, how to answer the question in the classroom. They have to know the procedures. Like for example, raise your hand. Don't say me. Don't say saya. No, but just raise your hand and wait for your teachers to to ask you to speak. Okay. Next, speed your time. I'm sorry, I just more wrong spelling. Speed your time on classroom management of student procedures rather than making your classroom look like a showcase. Oh, okay. Like a showcase is like everything is there. We stuck everything there. That according to us we need it. That's why maybe that's why what is it? uh we don't we feel like the classroom is very narrow, or it's like no space for us to move. It feels so small. The classroom is so small because we just like stuck a lot of things there. Do not over arrange or over decorate your room for the opening of school. You should be neat and pleasant. Yeah, don't be so over decorate. Put the flowers, you hanging the, yeah, colorful is okay, Well, actually, color also we have to choose because maybe without without we know it, maybe one of the kids probably they have like not really what is it there, not really conducive with a color, with one of the color. So choose the not the plain, but yeah, the nice color, not very strong, but maybe nice to see and calm the students. Okay. Don't bother having the last one, don't bother having the learning center, classroom library, or resource center complete. It means that usually in the classroom there are like some of the school ask the teacher to prepare the learning center. The learning center is usually like the center of writing, the center of the coloring, or maybe their puzzles there, they put it there, the learning center, or the what is it, the extra worksheets, like just only for them to practice, like that. And then the classroom library or reading corner don't have to be bothered if you don't have the space yet for the classroom library, but we can just like put some books in the classroom that in the free time the kids can come and read the books. That's how we build the sense of reading for the kids. And then resource center complete, yeah, it's about maybe the education toys about the topic we are discussed. Usually some of the school have that. They put some educational toys in one of the corner that supports the topics or supports the concept of the learning, of the concept of the lesson. Okay, next. What to prepare? What to prepare? First, what you have to prepare is prepare the floor space. Okay, make sure the number of chairs and tables needed enough. We have the enough chairs and tables in the classroom. Clear traffic areas. It means that there are space between tables and chairs. There are space between the rows, and also what is it the area the student that can move around the classroom. Number 2, prepare the work area. Arrange the work area and desk so that you can easily see and monitor. Oh, I'm sorry, a lot of missing letters there. Easily see and monitor all the students and areas. So we can set the tables for us where we can see all the activities of the students. We can see the classroom. So it is very important for the primary student or lower, even the lower primary, like the kindergarten, so that you should put the table and then your chair that really you can see the what is it, the classroom from that corner or that space, and then the kids box you, so nothing that covers you from the kids. You are seen, you can be seen, you are reached, you can be reached by the kids. Yeah. All right, wait, hold on for example, for a moment. Okay, now prepare the student area. We also have to prepare the student area. Place areas for students' belongings now. Okay, so yeah, like for example, the kids, when they carry their bags, we make sure that they can put their bag in and their bags in the proper place. Yeah, some of the schools now still like the kids put their bags like hanging it on the chair like that. But also some of the school have the table that have what is it, the drawer, so that the kids can put the things inside it. But it is good if we actually let them free from the bags, from the water bottle, from everything around their desk, around their chair. So it gives them space to do the activities. They don't have to be worried that, oh, they step on their friend's bag and then or they drop the water bottle. So it is very important to have a space so that the kids can put their bags or their water bottle or their belongings there in the classroom. Maybe you can set an area for that place. Well, is it only for the primary? No, for the high school also. It can be my experience. Even my grade 12 kids, they could like drop the water bottle and then spill the water around the classroom. So we missed the lesson, just only like ask them to clean up the classroom. Okay, now next, prepare the wall space and bookcases. Prepare the wall space and bookcases. Do not place the bookcases or display walls where they obstruct any lines of vision. So all the bookcases or displays do not just like, why does it covers the lines of the vision. So everything should be seen, should be easily seen, should be easily visual. What is it? Yeah, it's easily to be seen. That's maybe the best word. Okay, another thing to prepare the teacher area. Maximize your proximity to students and frequently used materials and equipment. So yeah, you have your own space too to put all the used materials and equipment. So everything will be tidy, no, really not messy. Yeah. And then next, prepare the teaching materials. Organize the materials and file your master's, lesson plans, and computer disk, if any. Yeah. Okay. So organize the materials and file your master's, lesson plans, and computer disk. Of course, this is very, very important for us to do, because sometimes happen to me, like sometimes I just like save all the masters in any parts of the laptop, and then I forgot where did I put it. I have to search. But just if we organize it, yeah, inshallah everything will be easily found. And then we also it is like what is it, we don't spend a lot of time just only to seeking or to finding the things that we need. Prepare yourself. Oh, this is the final one actually. Prepare yourself. Okay, from the title, how to have your classroom ready. But the most important thing is prepare yourself. Prepare ourselves to be the teacher. Keep your briefcase, handbag, keys, and other valuables in a safe and secure location. Yeah, I have to make sure that once it happens in my school, that actually this kid very, very what is it, they have a, a high curiosity about anything. So one time he found a scissor, and then he wondered what happened if I cut the cable from the contact, the what is it, stop contact, yeah, and then cut, and what will happen. And then he did it, and then yes, the whole school get a blackout, and then yeah, what is it? A lot of that, lot of damage because of that. So we really have to make sure everything is secure. Yeah, it's secure for yourself and also for the kids. Have emergency material such as tissue, or store it for your use, not students. Okay. Have emergency materials handy, like tissue. But actually, this is not for the kids, but for you. Yeah, for the kids, of course, we have it in another area, but also for you yourself, so that you don't have to go around to the kids area, but you have in your area the tissue. It's the example, yeah. Tissue is the example. Maybe can be pencils, can be the what is it? Can be stationaries, yeah. Okay. Next, obtain a teacher's manual for each textbook you will use in your classroom. Okay. And then obtain a supply of the forms that are used for daily routine. A supply of the forms, usually, yeah. Sometimes in some of the school, just only to have the band-aid, we have to fill in the form. We request for a one band-aid, like that. So we have to make sure that we have all the forms, and then also especially the forms like to release the kids because of their sick, or the parents pick up earlier than the schedule, like that usually. Okay, number three. Number three is oh, okay, I just read this. My easily lost belonging is my reading glasses. Happened to me too, miss. Okay, number three, how to have an effective discipline plan and procedures. How to have an effective discipline plan and procedures. Discipline and procedures are two things that difference. Difference is like a discipline is like an action. My procedures is how to what is it actually, to avoid us to get the discipline, to go to get the discipline. All right, let's continue this one. The key idea: have a discipline plan and then work the plan. All right, so here we have these rules, consequences, and rewards. This is part of the discipline. Rules: what the student is expected to follow. That's what we call as rules. Yeah, the student follow the rules. Consequences is the effect. Yeah, of course, what the student encounters if a rule is broken. So what happens if you break the rules? You have the consequences. And then about discipline, the other one is rewards. What the student receive for appropriate behavior or inappropriate behavior. So for the rewards, there are positive rewards, and then there are also negative, not negative. There's a, what is it there? There is yeah, the rewards is actually the consequences. The consequences, there is the positive consequences, and then also negative or not pleasant consequences. I disagree with this, but this is what stated in the book. Okay. Okay, now here are some examples of specific rules that you may want to consider for your discipline plan. This is the example. I just try to like specific rules for elementary grade. This is wait for directions with no talking, complete the morning routine, eyes front when the teacher talking. Usually in my school, we have like what we call mental math, and then also mental math and what we call it, yeah, spelling test. Yeah, I do it in the what is it, in my Sanggar Belajar too. Like during the mental math or the spelling test, I ask the kids that if you're done, just raise your hand without talking. Okay, just raise your hand. So everything they just like raise your hand. When you're done, so don't say, I'm done, but just raise your hand. So that's how I know that they are done. Okay, then just like make the noise in the classroom, because once say I'm done, everyone will say I'm done. Once they said me, everyone will say me. So sometimes I just like ask the kids, okay, you have to raise your hand and then wait for me to allow you to share your idea. Okay, the what giving you time to speak. That one we call it procedures. So procedures how to answer the question, or the procedures to how to join the brainstorming, like that. Complete the morning routine. Complete the morning routine, yeah. And then eyes front when the teacher talking. Well, actually, this is more like what is it? Don't talk when the teacher. What is it? When your teacher explaining. Usually, if the classroom, usually when the classroom is get noisy, I just say, kids, how many mouths do you have? One mouth, miss. And how many eyes do you have? Two eyes. So it means that, sorry, how many ears do you have? Two ears. So it means that you hear more than talk. And then they really understand that, oh yeah, the teacher expect me to, the teacher expect me to quiet, like that. And then this is specific rules for the high school. Bring all books and materials to the class. Bring all books and materials to the class. Sit on your assigned seat daily. Yeah, high school sometimes they like to sit anywhere this is high school is for me myself, I'm not in this area. I am not the teacher that can teach the high school. Okay, how directions, follow directions the first time they are given. Okay, I think for the high school, the difference between the rules for elementary grade and then the high school it's more like more strict, yeah, more really what is it, like expect the kids must to do. And then this is, I have here the specific rules for the cafeteria. Oh, this all based on this book that, what is it, all this, what is it, the information that I said in this PPT is from the book. Specific rules for the cafeteria. Eat all your food in the cafeteria. Choose the seat and remain there. Scrape food into bins with a rubber spatula and put utensils in the water. Next, two kinds of rules. Rules are used to set limits. Yes, we make rules to set limits. To set limits for the kids, yeah, so that they don't do more than that. Like maybe it can be, if they do it more, it can put them in dangers. Actually, we as the adults, of course, we know it. So that's why we put rules for the kids so that they can, we can set the limits. Again, there are two kinds of rules. First, general rules. Respect others, be polite and helpful, keep the room clean. That's the general rules. It's the general rules is more like that. Like what is it? Being helpful, yeah. And then the other one is specific rules. The specific rules, like for example, in the class, when the bell rings, you should be in the classroom when the bell is the bell rings, sorry. Or no offensive language, hands. Yeah, no offensive language, hands, feet, and objects to yourself. Okay. In primary school, usually I said, okay, hands at your side. Like for example, keep your hands and feet. It means that, ya, maksudnya, it means that the kids don't make any improper movement, like going around the classroom, usually like keep your hands and feet and it at its place. They didn't understand. Oh, okay. So it's not time for us to move. Okay. Discipline versus procedures. Okay. Discipline concerns how students behave. Procedure concerns how things are done. So procedures is more the steps, yeah. So how, okay, concerns how a student concerns how things are done. So it's like the steps that what is it? The procedures, just like I said, when you are going to talk, you have to raise your hand. That part of the procedures. And then discipline concerns how students behave. Yeah, it's more discipline. So they have to behave. It's an action. Discipline is more an action, while the procedures is the way to do the action, like that. And then has penalties and rewards. Yeah, there's the penalties and rewards. The consequences have no penalties or rewards because it's only procedures. Well, the procedures, when we do it, then of course the procedures, so it's only the procedures, but if we do it, then we will have the penalties and rewards because it's part of the discipline. Okay. Procedures are parts of school life. Number one, for example, procedures for dismissal at the end of the day. The dismissal time. What is the procedures for dismissal? For dismissal, firstly, the kids have to tidy up, make sure the classroom ready, put all the things back to its place, and then after that, make themselves ready, pray, lining up, and then go to the lobby, and then wait for the parents to pick up, for example, for the lower kids. Okay, that's the procedure for dismissal, for example. Number two, procedures for quieting a class. Quieting a class, yeah. The easy procedures is just like shouting, quiet, everyone, you're so. But maybe you can make procedures that don't waste your energy to shout our name. But I did that too sometimes, like shouting like, aduh, it's so crowded, so ramai. So I just like, hey, is it like a market or is it a classroom? Sometimes I said like that. And then they just like quiet. Or like we have to create the procedures for quieting a classroom. Usually raising hands. I use hands a lot. Like for example, raising hands, I count like 5 without saying 5. I just, so everyone understand when the time nothing's like I said, my fingers fold.
It's still a bad signal, yeah, Miss Olivia. Is it rain in your place, Miss Olivia? Is it raining in your place, Miss Olivia? I think it's bad
No,
signal.
it's not raining, but yeah, it was raining. It was raining, but the connection is not stable. It's not stable. So is it okay now?
It's okay. You can continue, Miss Olivia.
All right. So which part that I missed? This one?
Yeah, that one. Procedure for quieting a class.
Oh, okay. Procedures of quieting a class. Yes. During the procedure of the quieting class, usually because yeah, my background is the primary teacher, so usually I just like raising my hands. I still use my hands like without saying anything, I just raise my hand, 5, 4, 3, without saying 5, 4, 3, I just, and then when the kids noticed that my fingers are all folded, that it means that they have to sit down and then to be quiet. They have to be quiet, something like that. And then quieting a classroom, the procedures. And then the next will be the procedures for seeking help. Like for example, maybe in the classroom, one of the kids fall down, how suppose they ask for the help. Like for example, how to go to the nurse. They should know that. Or even the procedures for seeking help, finding the answer of the what is it, the lesson. Like for example, usually, like when you wanna what is it, when you cannot do your work, then you have to go to the teacher, not to your friends. And then I also like procedures, like your friends will only telling you the way of doing it, but they don't give you the answers, like that. So that's the procedures for seeking help in the classroom, usually that I state in the classroom. Okay. The procedures number 4, procedures for the movement of students and papers. Yes. How the student can go around, and then also the papers. The papers is more like when they're done with the worksheet, maybe they can do how they submit it to the teachers. Okay. Next. Okay. The 3 steps of teaching. The 3 steps of teaching procedures. First, we have to explain. We have to explain, state, explain, model, and demonstrate the procedure. So everything is clear for the kids. And make sure that everyone gets this, get the explanation, even though if they don't come to the classroom at that time, maybe in the next day they coming, yeah, we have to explain it to the kids. We have to explain how how to be able to be in the classroom. Number 2, rehearse and practice the procedure under your supervision. Yeah, so we teacher have to always supervise it. We have to see whether the kids understand it or not. Reinforce, reteach, rehearse, practice, and reinforce the classroom procedure until it becomes a student habit or routine. Yes, we have to reinforce. Like, what is it? When they're done, they're raising their hands. They have to raising their hands instead of saying me, I'm done. So we really have to reinforce it. We have to reteach. We have to remind them. Yeah, for the procedures. Yeah, kids. Not only kids, even we, the adults, sometimes we have to what is it? To learn again, to be retold again about what is it, the procedures. Yeah, sometimes we miss it. Okay. The effective teacher. Okay, so I think yes, this is the end of the slideshow. So what is the effective teachers based on the classroom? What is it, our topic tonight? The effective teacher has well thought out and structured procedures for every activity. Teaches the procedures for each activity early in the year. So the procedures should be explained in the first days of school. So that when the first day of the school, we have to be ready with the procedures and then all the discipline plan. Rehearses this class, so procedures become class routines, and reinforces a procedure when appropriate, and reteaches a procedure when necessary. So that's the effective teacher during during teaching the procedures to the kids. Okay. I think that's the end of my slideshow. Any question? Please, we open for question and answer.
Okay, thank you, Miss Olivia. Now that we have heard from Miss Olivia, let's move on to our next session, question and answer session. Please, Miss Sri Wahyuni.
Okay, any question?
Thank you for the opportunity, Ms. Olivia,
Yes.
because we have met before in this Zoom area. Okay. It's very interesting actually the way and also all the materials that you have reminded of. Some of them, as you said before, some of them I have learned and then I have applied it, but I believe that it is also a very good opportunity for me to keep being reminded about it. Yeah, think about that. And then there are possibly some of my experiences that I can share with you. Sometimes when we try to manage our classroom, we also have to be ready for surprises. We have planned everything. But then there are things happening just out of our plan. It will usually happen in terms of what I have written down before there when you asked us what is a classroom management, and then I wrote classroom management is organizing class conditions to get the lessons well discussed. My ideal classes would usually be of my preference, and my preference is class full of discussions. Even during a theory presentation, I would usually invite discussions in the middle of the theory. You seem to have problem of listening to me, hearing my voice.
Kind of doubling, Miss Sri Wahyuni. Yeah.
I also hear that actually. When I was speaking, there's somebody else also speaking along with me, but I don't have any idea how to manage this.
Okay.
But is it still
Okay, if you have question, can you just type it, because I don't know whether it's I already maximized the volume, but it's for me it's not clear a question or
it's actually
statement.
It is something I would like to share actually. Can you still hear me?
Yeah,
it's clear. It's clear.
It's clear, but
Like,
not for me actually.
Oh, really?
It's okay. Repeat it once again. Sorry.
Okay, then. Very good. Just like you might have switched to a different language. There is a warning here about the language that I am using. Okay. All right. Sometimes when we manage our class, we have to be ready with surprises. For example, during the discussion, some students will be offended by statements of their peers, of their friends. And then one of my classroom management plan is for me to be able to neutralize the situation. Just like 2 days or 3 days ago when we were discussing something, it was actually related to a grammar, but then some students made offensive statements because my school is a national school, so students come from 4 different religious backgrounds. So there were some statements that were offended to some students, but actually not really offended to most of us. So the classroom management should be able to, for example, when I use a hand gesture, just like what you did before with the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 something. And then whenever I raise my hand, it means that it is a silent time. And then they have to listen to me saying that I am really sorry if there are some of you who are offended with that statement, but let's focus on the bright side of those statements. That's for example. So I'd like to add that one of the classroom management for me in my classroom would be wise. Students, please be wise, because we come from different religious backgrounds and economic backgrounds. So we have to be able to catch the bright side of of everyone's statements. And then the second one is a question to you, Miss Olivia. If I'm mistaken, when you were showing one of the slide, you said that you personally disagree with something. If not mistaken, it was when you were showing us the slide about consequence and reward. Consequence and reward. So which part do you disagree with the consequence and reward concept, Miss?
All right. Yeah. Maybe with my background, like, for me, reward, it's more like punishment. Reward is more like punishment. Like, it's so, what is it that? It's so hard. Like, it's so hard. Like, so when you implement it to the kids, to the young kids, it will stay to them until they growing up, until they big, like that. So me myself, when my kids doing well, like my child at home, for example, my child at home doing well, I don't give her rewards. Well, sometimes she asks, Mama, why don't you give me reward? Why? Because I just finished this work very well, and then the teacher gives me high score, like that. But I said to her that, well, if you said like that, not only I give you rewards so many times, not only because you get the higher, what is it, the higher score, but I reward you for everything that you did. Like, maybe reward is not given only in one specific time, but we can give, like, rewards is what is it, even the small thing, like praising, like, what is it there, like praising or encouraging. For me, it's like giving something, appreciation for the things that they do. And then there was annoying voices. Okay. Okay. But I believe the punishment for the consequence is like from the chat. Okay. For the rewards, it's like that for me. And then the consequences, of course, I'm telling my kids, everything that we do, there's a consequence, good consequences or bad consequences. All right. So the good thing that I don't like just like say, you will have this is your consequences because you're doing this one. I just say, like, I more ask them, Kakak, do you think you doing it well? So sometimes actually my fault too, that my kids, when my child when they come to the school, they don't understand when the teacher said, you get the consequences because of this. Because at home, I don't teach her saying the consequence. Like, you're doing this. So what you're supposed to do, I ask her to think first, like, what you're supposed to do with that. I mean, to reflect to them, not only because it's more like blaming for me for the consequence. Yeah, for the consequence. When we say that you get the consequences for this, everything has the consequence. But for me, it's like we're blaming directly to the kids, not giving them to think first, not giving them time to reflect first, like just like blaming. That's sometimes that like for me, and that's why I said that I don't really agree with the the statement, the rewards. And then rewards, for me, reward can be given anytime. We don't have to say, hey, I will give you reward when you get a 100. No, reward can be given every time. They have to realize that everything that they do is important. Everything that they do is, what is it? Yeah? Uh, Priceless. Like, everything is good. Everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. So we don't just like saying, I will give you a reward, but we have to make sure that everything that they do is okay, everything they do is right. So they will feel like, okay, it's like a habit. They have to do it in proper way. Yeah, so in the proper way. Like for example, honesty. Like for example, the honesty. Like I don't say like, if you don't cheat during the exam, what is it? I will give you what is it? I will give you something lah as the rewards. I never say like that, but I just like said that, well, being honest is your responsibility. Being honest is a must. It's not because of you're doing your exam that you have to what is it? You have to remember that you don't cheat. No, and then if you cheat, then mama will not give you present or any. No, but doing the good thing, the right thing is a must. That's why sometimes like also sometimes in my classroom, and then in my previous school also we don't have rewards for the kids. Like we don't have rewards for the kids when it's game. Yeah, it is games. So we have fun with that. We just know that, oh, we lose because it more brings them to reflective, like they knowing what's their mistake, like that. Maybe that's the way, that's my concept. I mean, if it's different from you, uh, yeah, I'm sorry that, yeah, it's like that. I don't like, what is it? Yeah, teaching kids to like, they will know that you will spend a lot for you, like that. You will spend a lot for me if I'm doing well. But no, we just what is it? We teach them that you have to do that. It's a must. It's not because you are going to get the reward. It's a must, like that. So that's the how I can answer. Is it okay with the idea? I don't know my voice is clear or not, because the laptop is, what is it, like Ibu Sri talking? I cannot hear clearly.
Yeah, clear. Your
What is
voice
clear?
is loud and clear, Miss Lois. Yeah. Okay, now Mr. Anton Permadi, please.
Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity to talk. I'm sorry I cannot turn on the video, but you can hear my voice, right?
Yeah, loud and
Okay.
clear.
Okay.
Yeah, clear.
All right. First of all, thank you, Ibu, for coming up with the presentation of classroom management. But I don't have any questions. I just want to add, this is based on my experience teaching in my language school. There are 4 points that I can share with Bapak Ibu Guru Hebat this evening. The first is whiteboard management. The second one is the seating arrangement. The third one is the voice management. And the last one is the time management. The first one, the whiteboard management. In our language school, I train all the teachers to divide the whiteboard into, we have a regular rectangle whiteboard. I train the teachers to divide the whiteboard into 40%, 40%, and 10%. The mid part, the 40% in the mid part, is the most important part of the whiteboard. That is when the teacher present the main material. So, for example, if today's topic is talking about habitual situation using the present tense, the formula is there. He goes to school every day. I go to school every day. It's like in the book, and it's written by the teacher in the middle part. The second 40% on the left of the whiteboard. That is for the students to practice after to write down the practice that they got from the book, and they come to the whiteboard to write it on the left. If they make mistake, they take a peek on the mid part of the whiteboard in case there's a mistake. The
Yeah, sure.
the rightest part, the 10% of the whiteboard, that is for the scratch pad for the teacher. He can write or she can write anything that he needs to write. Sometimes he has or she has an idea of what's going on, then he write it in the right part of the 10%. That is the whiteboard management. Talking about the seating arrangement in our language school, we always have classrooms with U-shaped arrangement. So it's always U, and the teacher is always stand right in the middle of the U-shaped letter. So everyone can see the teacher, and everyone can see others, and while they are practicing the language. That is also to monitor everyone. If sometimes one student begin to do the WhatsApp thing, texting, or playing with the U-shaped, he can control everyone. Now the problem here, there are still many formal schools that I help with the English club project, things like that, that they have fixed desk that the teacher cannot ask the students to rearrange the. Oh, there's some voice there. The teacher cannot ask the students to. You have some strange voice. Okay. So the teacher cannot ask the students to rearrange the seatings of the U-shaped. So what we usually do is that to ask the students to sit like a U. So even though the desks in the school still in rows and columns, but the students sit like a U shape, and the teacher still standing in front in the middle of the U shape. The third one about the voice management. In many of our branches in our language school, we have so many teachers, even formal teachers, like most of Bapak Ibu Guru Hebat this evening, that they spend the evening hours teaching in my language school. I always urge the teacher to know the size of the classrooms. Sometimes we have branches with 4x6 or 5x6 meters, and some teachers, I don't mean to what is it to say rough things, no, but we have teachers from North Sumatra, we have teachers from Borneo, we have teachers from Manado, we have teachers from east part of the Indonesia, and also Japanese. Sometimes teachers from Java don't know that the room is that size, so they keep speaking very slow or very soft. And sometimes our teachers from North Sumatra doesn't aware that the room is that big, so you don't need to speak that loud. So I have to train the teachers to adjust the volume when as long as they think it's measurable that everyone can listen, because it's a U shape and it's a 5x6 or 4x6 meters there. You can adjust the volume, and they need to practice that, because I don't know about what they got from UNJ or from IKIP or from Universitas Pendidikan for teaching. Yeah, because I didn't experience such experience, because I spent my college years in the US. But I have to train them again, just to let the teachers control the volume when they have to speak soft, when they have to speak loud. That is very useful when they go with storytelling for the students there. But not all the time you have to use your loud voice. Naturally, the Bataks use their loud voice, or the Ambonese or the teachers from NTT, they speak a different way in pronouncing because of their culture. And that needs to be trained too. So the voice management needs to be there. And the last one about time management. In my language school, we divide every session we have 90 minutes. And I always tell the teachers to divide the 90 minutes into 3 parts. The first 30 minutes, the second 30 minutes, and the last 30 minutes. And I always tell the teachers, I just need your strata 1 or strata 2 degrees, either you undergraduate or graduate teachers, that you only use your first 30 minutes to work. You don't work on the second 30 minutes. You just pretend to work on the second 30 minutes, because the second 30 minutes is for practice time. The last 30 minutes, you don't even have to work at all. You just judge. You score the students, because the last 30 minutes, students will prepare their presentation, and then they will come up to the front of the classroom, and they perform of what they have been practicing in the second 30 minutes. The first 30 minutes, the teacher works. They use their skills, their knowledge, what they got from college. The first 10 minutes, they review what he has given in the last or previous session. The second 10 minutes, he tried to show pictures or show videos or play song to encourage the students, to stimulate the students to pay attention. And the last 10 minutes, in the first 30 minutes, the teacher present the topic, today's material. I guess that's all I can share, Ibu Olivia. Thank you very much. That would be all.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much,
Thank you.
Pak Anton Permadi,
Yeah,
for sharing
it is
experience.
actually completing my presentation. Okay. Yeah, Pak.
Yeah, okay. What an insightful sharing experience from Mr. Anton Permadi. He said that there are 4 management in his language school, like whiteboard management, sitting management, and voice management, and time management. Okay. Are there any other question? Please, if you want to ask question or discussion or sharing experience with us.
Yeah, maybe sharing experience for more. Everyone has different experience in facing the classroom.
Yeah.
Maybe
Since
I am used to with the primary schools, like lower kids, grade 1, grade 2, and then now I am with my PAUD and TK, like maybe anyone can share about your experience with facing the high schools, like the junior high school or the senior high schools, maybe. So everyone gets a lot of knowledge tonight.
Okay, Miss Olivia, maybe I want to ask you something. There are 3 questions I want to ask you. First, what is the nicest thing of being a teacher? And then second, what is the hardest thing being a teacher? And the third one, how do you describe a professional and lovable teacher?
Oh, okay. The first one, what is the nicest thing to be the teacher? The nicest thing to be a teacher is like we meet kids. We meet kids. That's the nicest things. The what is it? The best feeling for me is like I meet kids. I meet the what is it? Yeah. What is it? Polos in English? I don't know. Yeah, they're with their own way of
Innocent
thinking.
feeling,
Yeah,
yeah.
innocence. Yeah, innocence. Yes, right. In that sense, they always, yes, happy every day. It's no, like, yeah, it's not tiring. That, and then what is that? The nicest thing is that I also meet a lot of I meet different parents. That's my experience. Like the nicest parts too. I meet different parents, so I can see how what is it. I find parents with their own way of thinking. Like for example, they have their own way to educate their kids at home. They have their own way. They expectation that we, the teacher, like have to support the house. So I meet a lot of people actually by teaching. The nicest thing is that from the kids to the adults, and then that's also what is it? Meeting parents also like growing me the knowledge, a lot of knowledge how to what is it, to educate the kids and then to raising the kids like that. And what was the second? The second?
Second one is the hardest thing being a teacher.
Oh, the hardest thing being a teacher. The hardest thing being a teacher, I honestly, I am a procrastinator. I always delaying my work. That's me. I have to admit it. And that's the hardest thing for me to do.
Same as
But
I,
actually,
Miss Olivia.
but actually, why I delay all my work? Because in my head is there's a lot of things like oh, like I already state one like I already state something that, oh, okay, I will do like this, but then come up again in my brain and I change it again. So sometimes coming a lot of ideas in my brain, that's why sometimes I feel like I am a procrastinator. But actually my problem is I cannot organize my idea myself like that. So a lot of ideas that I like that. And then the hardest thing is like sometimes when we are really tired, that's when we are really tired, it can be so part of the sensitive things for me. For me, if I feel so tired, that will be so sensitive. Like maybe what is, because I feel so tired, it's becomes everything becomes hard, and then things that happen to me, it's like it makes me like feel like down, and then I lost trust. I feel like I lost trust from everyone, like. And then what was again the last one? I cannot hear you. Oh, you mute your voice.
The last one, how do you describe a professional and lovable teacher?
A professional.
And lovable teacher.
A professional and lovable teacher. Professional and lovable teacher, like how I describe it. A professional teacher usually, so it's different, yeah. Like sometimes sometimes professionals, but they're not lovable. Sometimes they're lovable, but they're not professional. I cannot describe it, sir. I'm so sorry. It's just like in my mind, so it's just like that. So some person professional in their work, they're really, I found it. I find like my colleagues, yeah, I find my colleagues that they are like very, very professional, like sending the letters very clear without any wrong spelling or any like that. They're really, really professionals. Like they come to the work on time and then leaving on time. But the more they're professional for me, the more they yeah, they limit themselves to the kids. That's what I noticed. They limit themselves to kids, so they're not lovable. So it's for me, yeah. But if I also meet people that lovable, like very, very warm to the kids. I mean, nice teaching like that. But yeah, sometimes it is hard to to make decision to be professional, something like that. So yeah, like that. That's how it is. Is it description or not?
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Olivia, for your answer. It's really satisfying. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So anything else? Anyone with their ideas come up? Oh, what is it? What is the main prepare to make the effective class? Oh, there's a question here. I haven't seen it. What is the main prepare to make the effective classroom? The main prepare is ourselves as a teacher, is ourselves to the teacher. Like we have to prepare ourselves actually. Like I said just at the we have to prepare ourselves. We have to prepare ourselves with the lesson. We have to prepare ourselves to ready to meet the kids, to meet the parents. Don't forget, when we teach, we don't only meet the teacher, the kids, but we meet the parents. And then parents have their own their own thoughts about us. So we have to prepare for that too. And then we have to prepare that too. That's for ourselves, yeah. And then we also have to prepare our classroom. We have to prepare the classroom. So prepare ourselves, we're ready to teach, okay, we're ready to open our relationship with the kids and the parents. And then after that, we prepare the classroom, we prepare our lessons, and then yeah, that's the three main preparation that we have to make for the effective classroom. That's also what I can conclude from the book. That's for Ibu Erni Farida. Okay. Mr. Anton, my math is bad. Okay. How is it? But you all got idea, I guess. Okay. All right. The key is management. It is classroom management anyway. Yes. It's about the management, self-management. The most important is also actually the point is self-management. We manage ourselves first. Firstly, that one. Yeah, we really have to be ready. We have to manage ourselves, and then after that, we can manage everyone. We can manage things around us. That's it. Any question? Any other question?
Okay, while waiting for the participant asking some question, maybe Miss Olivia, you can share the unforgettable experience the first time you teach.
The first time of
Yeah,
teaching.
first time you teach about relate to classroom management, Miss Olivia.
Real time the classroom management. Yeah, actually, for the classroom management, also like how we can handle the conflicts in the classroom, conflicts between student and between students, yeah, from between students. Like for example, this is the first time when I was teaching. What is it? One of my kids found it that he stole the eraser, and then he said that it belongs to me. The eraser belongs to me. But the other kid said, it belongs to me. There's a name, there's a sign like that. So, what is it? At that time, I still blank. I still don't know how to manage the conflict. Yeah, management conflict in the classroom is also important for us to prepare. Okay, I still don't know how to manage this conflict. I still don't know how to solve the problems, solving problems. I still don't have any knowledge about how to solve the problem. So I was confused, and then it was making actually my principal was there. Actually, my principal was there, and then she was laughing when she saw me that, okay, I will cut this eraser into two. I'll give you one, Dominic, and the other one for you, Troy. I still remember the kid's name. And then the principal was laughing. And then after that, actually, I don't cut the eraser. I didn't cut the eraser. I just keep the eraser. I keep the eraser. And then in the afternoon, after the classroom, after the dismissal, the kids' dismissal, my principal called me, Ollie, it was very interesting what you did to the kids during the lesson during the class today, and then that's makes me what is it and then that's why she said that I have to learn about how to manage the conflict. So that's very, very, what is it? It's the first time I, what is it? Oh yeah, I realized that I have to also learn how to manage the conflict between kids and kids like that. Hmm. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
really
we
interesting.
missed
Yeah.
that. Actually, we missed that.
Yeah.
So, it is also the part, the most important thing is management conflict between kids and the kids. It is what is that? Problem solving. So when you do the problem solving, it should be like you have to be fair. Like from one side, you ask from one side, and then you ask one side, and then how do you, what is it? How do you empathize the feeling of a person that feeling lost or feeling sad, so like that.
Okay, thank
Any
you
other?
very much for the sharing, Miss Olive. Yeah, and maybe one more time we will give the chance for the participant to give question. If there is no other question, I will close this evening meeting.
Anyone?
Okay, anyone, please? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Closing ya.
From
Yeah.
YouTube, is there any, Mister?
Yeah. From me, I will give a closing statement. Creating effective classroom management that supports student learning is not just about establishing rules and routines. It's about fostering a dynamic learning environment where every student feels valued, empowered, and motivated to succeed. By prioritizing clear communication, positive relationships, and differentiated instruction, educators can create a classroom where students thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. Through proactive strategies, personalized support, and a commitment to continuous improvement, teachers can cultivate a culture of respect, collaboration, and growth that lays the foundation for lifelong learning. As we embark on this journey of creating effective classroom management, let us remember that every student is unique with their own strengths, challenges, and dreams. Let us embrace diversity, celebrate progress, and never underestimate the transformative power of education. Together, we can create learning environments where every student has the opportunity to reach their full potential and make a positive impact on the world. The last but not least, classroom management is not one size fits all approach. It's about finding the right blend of strategies and techniques that resonate with your teaching style and your student needs. By Asuni Lady Zia. As we come to the end of our meeting, I'd like to thank everyone for their participation and valuable contributions. If you have any further question and or need assistance, feel free to reach out to me via email or chat. Have a wonderful evening and see you next time. Back to Mr. Salahuddin Al-Ayubi. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Ms. Thomaswa, for your informative and insightful presentation tonight. We have learned so much from you about how to create effective classroom management practice that supports student learning. And I would also like to thank Mr. Hidayat for his excellent moderating of the webinar. He kept the discussion on track and ensure that everyone had an opportunity to participate. Special thank also to Stekom University, PT Perkumpulan Teacher Planner Indonesia Cerdas, and IGI Kota Bogor for supporting this webinar. And special thank also to all crews of TUT Jabar, Miss Ari, our founder, Miss Amel,
Mr. Joko and Mr. Sorry. Yeah, and I also thank to all participants, and I encourage you to take some time to reflect on what you have learned tonight and start implementing some of the strategies and techniques that Ms. Tomasoa has shared with us. And I'm confident that this will help you to create a more positive and productive learning environment for your student. Before we close, I would like to remind you of a few important things. Please join our WhatsApp group and platform Merdeka Mengajar TOT Jabar to receive the latest update info and information. And please join also to PTIC and IGI to stay connected with other professional educators. And please be ensure to fill out the attendance form in the Zoom chat. This is required in order to receive your certificate, which will be emailed to you within 5 business days. Thank you again for joining us tonight. We hope you found this webinar to be helpful and informative. And see you next time. Let's close by reciting Hamdalah. And please have a wonderful evening. Good night. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mr. Hidayat.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Salahuddin.